Hello there everyone, Oversoul here, and I'm just standing here in my usual recording spot because I'm getting ready to do some more recordings for you. Some Let's Plays, you see. But anywho, I figured I would give you guys a little bit of an update, a couple of updates, a couple of things I got to tell you, got to throw out there, and I wanted to speak very briefly on my thoughts about E3 2017. I was gonna do this big extravagant top 10 countdown video at first, and then I was thinking maybe I would do like a long talking piece with some trailers thrown in there, but then it seemed like I would be copying someone else who just recently did that. All in all though, I decided I'm gonna put about as much effort into talking about E3 as they put into the actual E3 this year, which is to say not a whole lot. So, it's the way of the industry. Just like there's good games and shitty games, there's good E3s and shitty E3s. Okay, so, down to brass tacks, as they say. Yes, there will be more Perception and the Town of Light coming out this week. But I have decided that I am now going to change Fridays from Flashback Fridays into Freaky Flashback Fridays. Freaky Flashback Friday is, it's two things. I am going to continue to do the flashback playthroughs for the people who are watching them, but now Fridays will also be reserved for Let's Plays. I'm getting overwhelmed with all of these key mailer offers and stuff, and I don't want to keep pushing these things off. I want to do them, okay? But I also want to continue to do my series Let's Plays, and there's some games I've been meaning to do, like Anna, a game I got for free from PlayStation Plus on the PS3 a while back, which is a narrative-based horror game, and Yoamari Night Alone, which is something that's actually been requested that I play, which is a Vita game, but I have a way of recording it through the PS TV thing, so I should be good. But, yeah, so those have actually been on my list, but I keep having to push things back for the sake of these other things coming out, and then I have to push things back even further because I keep getting these key mailer offers, and, like, you know, I never thought I would be like, I wish people would stop giving me free games, but honestly, I fucking wish people would stop giving me free games, because I can't keep up. So, so basically, Fridays are now going to be reserved for a couple of things, and the reason I call it Freaky Flashback Friday is because the Let's Plays I'll do on Fridays will usually be more freaky, and random, goofy shit. So, like these games I've been getting from Keymailer, for example, I will be working on those on Fridays, and Deadly Premonition, I will also be working on that on Fridays when I don't have any Keymailer games. I'll probably alternate it. You might see like a Keymailer game on one Friday, and then Deadly Premonition on the next, and then, you know, we'll just go like that. Saturdays will still be reserved for challenge videos, music videos, reaction compilations, and the whole 9 yards. Will I be doing a reaction compilation of Outlast 2? Maybe. I'm thinking about it, actually. I probably will. Will it be this weekend? There's about a 60% chance of that happening, so. Also, Funky Hurdle should be very close to finishing the Kingdom Hearts music. Last he told me he was going to work on it over this past weekend. I don't know if he actually got a chance to or not. I didn't ask him, but it's okay. I'm not in any super rush here. I am itching to make another music video, but I need to go back and recapture some footage first. But it won't take long because these games all have theater mode. So I just gotta scroll through and look for the cutscenes in particular I want and then record them, and I'm good. Okay, so that'll be the next music video, and then after that, we should be doing the music video for Resident Evil 7, which I also need to finish recording the footage for, so, yeah, I got a lot ahead of me. Okay, what else is going on in my life? What else is new? Oh, I've been donating plasma a lot recently, as you, I don't know if you can see it, but you see this mark right here on my arm? Yeah, that's from donating. That's from having needles stuck in your arm in the same spot twice a week, and then having it laying there for an hour. So how does plasma donation work, you might be asking? God, I'm sweating. How does plasma donation work? You might be wondering to yourself, because I've had some people, they were concerned, you know, when I told them, I'm like, I got my PS4, oh yeah, that's another update, I got the PS4 Pro now. Right, so the episodes of Perception that are coming out here soon should be in 60 frames instead of 30 like the first two, because it runs in 60 frames on the Pro and only ran in 30 on regular PS4. So yeah, I have the PS Pro. Matter of fact, here, take a gander at it. Do you see it? Isn't it pretty? With the VR right on top of that son of a bitch. Okay, so I told people about me getting the PS4 Pro and saving up money for it by donating plasma and blah blah blah, and you know, I borrowed some money too that I'm gonna be paying back, but that's not a... Anyways, the point being, people were like, whoa, I hope you're not, you know, I hope you're okay, you're not doing anything unhealthy, you know, like, whoa, they let you do that twice a week, that's ridiculous. It's not that bad, because plasma regenerates rather quickly, and the other thing is, what I'm doing is helping save lives, because the plasma goes towards making medicines and plasma transfusions that people, like old people, need to, you know, live and shit. But plasma is inside your blood, so they have to take your blood out, and it goes into this machine that separates the plasma from the blood, and then they fill up this bottle with plasma. Then it takes your blood, minus the plasma, so your red blood cells basically, and puts them back. And then it repeats the process. It takes out some new blood, and then it keeps doing that until you fill the bottle, and how much you have to fill depends on your weight and your height and shit like that. So like shorter people fill less, taller people fill more, you know. So I mean, for me it usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how much water I drink, for me to do that. And let me tell you, I've been drinking a lot more water since doing that, and since doing this whole Let's Play thing, because now that the summer's here, it gets fucking hot in these fucking closed-ass rooms with all this goddamn electronics, you know what I'm saying? So, it's the price we pay for your entertainment. That's why I said, a lot of times Let's Players don't wear pants. So I've been donating plasma, saving lives, and earning a little bit of money at the same time. It's okay, they got Wi-Fi, so usually I'll sit there and I'll have my tablet and my headphones in as I'm laying there with the needle in my arm, and I'll be watching Netflix or something, or one of your YouTube videos, most likely. Coming up next, this coming Friday, a horror game called Get Even, which was actually supposed to come out last month, but I should be getting it dependent on whether or not... This one is going to be one that Steph is going to get for me, if she can. It comes out Friday. I'm going to start recording episodes of it, but they won't come out until either Perception or the Town of Light is finished. Whichever one comes first, it depends. I don't think either one of them are very long, so... I know for a fact Perception is only like 2.5 hours, from what I've heard, so... But anyways, so, Get Even, if you haven't seen it, or if you don't know what it's about, I will put a link in the description down below to the trailer. The release date for the trailer is wrong, but basically it's a kind of Bioshock-esque looking sci-fi horror game where you do get weapons, so it's not one of those horror games like I know I've been playing a lot of the cat and mouse sneaky horror games lately, and I don't play as many of the ones with weapons, besides Resident Evil 7, but that was in VR, so it was still horrifying. But this one looks really cool, so I'm definitely going to give it a go. I've been wanting to play this one. I also like the look of We Happy Few, but I don't know if that's ever coming to PlayStation, so we'll see. But Get Even looks pretty cool. Watch the trailer. It's like action and horror and sci-fi all in one. It's a little bit of everything. So that's cool. It kind of gives me original Bioshock vibes, like the first Bioshock. So... Anyway, so I think that's all that's new and update-worthy. Now to briefly get into my thoughts on E3. So, E3 2017. If I could just say, the whole thing wasn't great, but I'll just briefly go down each one. For EA, I thought the new Need for Speed looked pretty cool. It looks kind of like Fast and Furious. Definitely worth checking out. I don't know if it's going to be a purchase or a GameFly rental, but I'm definitely going to at least try that one and see what I think. A Way Out is probably my favorite announcement from EA. That's from the guy who made Brother is a Tale of Two Sons, which I really enjoyed. I really love that game. So I'm looking forward to A Way Out. I like the concept. Hopefully I can find someone to play it with me. Darklight Dreamer and I were talking about maybe doing a Let's Play of it, if we can, you know, get it all figured out and everything, but that'll be far down the road because that shit doesn't even come out till next year. So who was next? Bethesda? Yeah, or was it Microsoft? No, it was Microsoft. Yeah, they did all right, but here's the thing about the Xbox One X. is the thing is, I kind of agree with a lot of the people out there, like, yeah, it's super impressive, like, it's really, really impressive, as far as consoles go, like liquid cooling and all that. That's fucking futuristic shit right there, and yes, the fact is, it is the most powerful console in existence now. So yes, it is impressive and everything, but I kind of agree with what a lot of the people were saying on the live streams and stuff in between the press conferences, and that the Xbox One X is impressive and all, but it's $500, and then also it seems to appeal mostly to 4K stuff, you know, and it's like, a lot of people were like, I don't want to spend $500 on the system and then also go buy a 4K TV, you know, I'm just not ready for that kind of upgrade yet. And they said, you know, the thing is, the PS4 Pro still has a slight advantage because even though it's a weaker system, it's cheaper, so that's more appealing to the average consumer because of today's economy. And it advertises more benefits for 1080p TVs, you know. I'm sure that the Xbox One X has visual advantages for 1080p TVs as well, and they did briefly touch on that, but it was mostly about the 4K, so I'm thinking the problem is they marketed it wrong. That being said, one of the most standout-ish things from Microsoft's conference for me, even though I know it'll be multi-platform, is, and that's why it stands out to me anyways, is Metro Exodus. I'm actually a fan of Metro Last Light, and I've never got to play Metro 2033, but I just recently did get Metro 23 Redo, or Redux, and Last Light Redo, or Redux, however you say it, on the PS4, for very cheap, actually. Like, they were both on sale, and they were both on sale for like $6 each, and I had a 20% off coupon and $3 in my wallet already, and when all the math was done, I paid like only $6 for both of them, so that was cool. Also from Microsoft conference, of course, we all knew the next Assassin's Creed was coming, we all knew it was called Origins, and we all knew it took place in Egypt because of all the leaks that people kept putting out. But I'm still looking forward to it, and it was nice to see some actual gameplay. I do think this one's gonna be fun. Unity was a steaming hot pile of garbage, but Syndicate was great. I loved Syndicate. So since Syndicate was good, I'm willing to give the franchise another chance. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. From Bethesda's press conference, I can't particularly point out anything that really stood out to me, honestly, not this year. I would say Skyrim in VR, but that was announced during Sony's conference, even though it is a Bethesda thing, so you know what, fuck it, I'll give it to them, because I got something else for Sony. But Skyrim in VR, I'm gonna play the fuck out of that. Like, when that shit comes out, you'll probably never see me again, no more Oversoul, no more videos, I'll just disappear, poof, because I'm going to literally live in Skyrim. And the fact that it has standing controls is what makes it awesome. Like, it's gonna have hand controls for the sword and the shield, so you can do all this fun, you know what I'm saying, do this fun shit. Do the magics. Now, you would think I would be excited for The Evil Within too, and hell, some of you'll probably want me to play it on here, but I gotta be honest with you, I wasn't super big on the first one. I liked it, but I didn't love it, you know? And I don't know what it was. Maybe if it's the fact that it was a horror game where you have weapons, or maybe it was just the style or the controls. I don't know what it was. It didn't draw me in like a lot of the like indie horror games that they put out now do, like Soma and Outlast and Layers of Fear. It's just something about them, you know. And it's not the weaponlessness either. It's just the way that they do the atmosphere. Evil Within is, it's like it's trying too hard to be old school Silent Hill and Resident Evil with modern day controls, and the whole thing just kind of comes out a jumbled mess, and I don't know, I wasn't super huge on it. It's very bland, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I found it very bland. I ended up watching Markiplier play the whole thing plus all the DLC, and it had its moments. It had some good spooky moments, like the boss fight with the lady, with the grudge spider lady. But overall, it was just very flat. The only way, that's all I know how to explain it. So now going on to Ubisoft. Ubisoft, I think, might have actually had the best showing out of all of them this year. I know, that's weird, right? Because they usually, I mean, outside of the cringy dance number for Just Dance with the breakdancing panda and shit, but outside of that, Ubisoft had a pretty damn good showing, I thought. It was like, I thought that the whole Mario Rabbids crossover thing is kind of cool. Granted, Rabbids aren't my favorite thing in the world. I don't hate them, but I don't like them either. But I could deal with it because that Mario game looks like a child-friendly XCOM is what it looks like, and I think that's pretty cool. So, but Ubisoft's real standoutish thing was Beyond Good and Evil 2. Now, to be fair, they did release a trailer for Beyond Good and Evil 2 a while ago. If you remember, it had a pig working on a car, and it was out in the middle of a desert. And I think a lot of us, myself included, until recently actually forgot about that. So we all thought that this was like a brand new announcement, but no. Beyond Good and Evil 2 was actually going to be a thing for a while, but I think for a lot of people it's more about the fact that because that was like a tech trailer for Beyond Good and Evil 2, and they were like we never heard anything from them again after that. And so I think a lot of people just kind of assumed that it just got canceled or it disappeared, but now we actually have solid confirmation that it actually is going to be a thing now, like for sure, because it was announced at E3 and all. But that doesn't mean, actually I shouldn't say that, it doesn't mean for sure, because Scalebound was announced at E3 last year and it got canceled already. So, but it's kind of like the whole Kingdom Hearts 3 thing in 2013 when Square Enix said that Kingdom Hearts 3, we all knew Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming eventually, but to actually just know that they're actually working on it and that it's in development, that we're like one step closer, that makes all the difference, you know? So that's kind of how it was for a lot of us with Beyond Good and Evil 2 plus Jetpack Monkey! Yeah! Right? And now finally, oh wait, I shouldn't say finally. I'm almost forgetting about Nintendo. But let's talk about Monday, the last. Nintendo starts on the same day that E3 actually technically starts. All these press conferences happen beforehand. But anyways, PlayStation. You know, I always think they usually have a pretty good showing. 2013 and 16 come to mind. Like last year's showing was awesome. We had Hideo Kojima. We had Resident Evil 7 announcement. Oh my god, there was just so much. The Last Guardian's release date. I mean, fuck, there was so much. But anyways, this year, Sony seemed to have less new announcements, and they kind of more focused on updating us on last year's announcements. And a lot of people were like, it was a bad showing because of that, but I disagree. It was an underwhelming showing. Yes, it wasn't exciting, it wasn't filled with hype. But why is that a bad thing? Because here's my thing. I think that part of the problem with E3 is that they will show us all these trailers, and a lot of them will rush to put out these new announcements to try and have the best showing to win E3. But the problem is then these games won't come out for 7 years, you know? I think Sony kind of wanted to break that trend this year by giving us a showing that kind of adds on to the announcements from last year. Like, last year they announced Spider-Man for the PS4, the Spider-Man game by Insomniac, and then this year they showed us some actual gameplay for it, which might I add is some fucking fantastic looking. Oh my god, that game looks good. Oh, I am so looking forward to that. You know, and like last year they announced Days Gone, and then this year they showed us some actual gameplay for Days Gone. And see, that's the way it should be, you know? You know, make an announcement when you have an announcement to make, and then next year update us on those announcements, give us a more tentative release date, show us some actual gameplay, you know? And then, and it looks like most, if not all of those games that they showed off last year and this year are going to come out before next E3. So that means next year they can focus on more brand new announcements, and that'll be, you know, that'll be the way to do it. They can focus on more brand new announcements. To me, that's the way it should be. You know, you got 1 year filled with new announcements, and then you got another year updating us on said previous announcements. And I think all of them should start doing it that way, because the more new shit that they keep trying to shove in, the more likely it is that those things are going to keep getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. So, and plus you have to remember, PlayStation doesn't only have E3 to do this. PlayStation has their own little personal E3 every year in December now called PlayStation Experience. Anyways, my whole point in that is that if Sony's show underwhelmed you this year, just either wait until PlayStation Experience later in the year, or wait until next E3, and they should have some much bigger, more better announcements. However, I will say, PlayStation's little pre-show before their press conference thing, the pre-show that they did where they were having a chat, Sid and was talking to people, one of the things that they announced was Undertale coming to PS4, and I couldn't be fucking happier! Now, I know a lot of people on YouTube have played Undertale, and you might be wondering if I plan on playing it when it comes out as well. I haven't fully decided on that yet. I may or I may not. And if I do, I'll probably try to take the pacifist route. You know, although people are going to want to see me. That's the thing, is because if you play Undertale on YouTube, people want to see you do both. They want to see you do the pacifist and the genocide route. And I don't know if I have it in me to do both. But we'll see. That's down the road, too. I don't even know when that's coming out. So, now, as far as Nintendo goes, now, I don't have a whole lot for me to be particularly excited for, because I don't have a Nintendo Switch, but if I did have a Nintendo Switch, I'd be excited for some more Yoshi and some more Kirby, and, Super Mario Odyssey doesn't look terrible. It looks like it's starting to go the route of Sonic, though, like they're running out of ideas, but we'll see how it goes. I would definitely play that Mario Rabbids game. I'm excited for Metroid fans. Them having a new Metroid game coming out is probably the best announcement they could have possibly made. People are super happy about that. So, I would play all these things if I had a Nintendo Switch, you know. I might have to get one eventually. kinda looking, you know, looking good there. You know, like, it's got a decent lineup coming out. But, anywho, so there you have it. So anyways, yeah, look forward to more Perception coming later tonight. It'll probably be later tonight because I'm a little behind schedule. I have a lot of shit to do today. But it will be tonight sometime. So anyways, look forward to more Perception and the Town of Light this week. And then I think this Friday, I'm not sure if I'm going to start. I will be starting the Freaky Flashback Fridays now. But I don't know if I'm going to start with a Keymailer game or Deadly Premonition. I haven't decided yet. What were your thoughts on E3 this year? And what are you looking most forward to coming out? More Perception? More Town of Light? Are you looking forward to Get Even? Are you looking forward to me playing more Deadly Premonition or taking care of some of these little indie games I've been getting codes for? Are you looking forward to the Outlast 2 reaction compilation or the Kingdom Hearts or Resident Evil 7 music videos? Please, let me know in the comments down below. That's it for my update video. Thank you all so much for watching. And I will catch you, possibly on another day, definitely at another time, and likely in another video. Okay, goodbye!